Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I feel kind of random filming this in my car, but I was just sitting in my car and I kind of thought about this video that I just wanted to film, just like an update sort of on things and just kind of sit and chat. And I would do it in my house, but I just was like in my car and I figured like I'm parked, let's just sit and chat here. You guys know, these are gonna drive me crazy. Do you guys ever do that with hair ties where they just kind of like they just don't look good? So as many of you know, I'm a senior in college and I'm just kind of trying to figure everything out. It's getting to that point now where it's almost March. A lot of my friends have jobs lined up. Just trying to figure out like what I want to do with the rest of my life. I'm a marketing major, for those of you who don't know. It's always kind of been a question for me of like, what's the next thing? Like what's next after graduation? And especially people who know me and who know about my YouTube channel and stuff are like, oh, are you even like gonna get a real job? Like, or is YouTube just gonna be your forever? And I've been doing so much thinking about this in the last few months, and like I thought about it primarily like over break and then like kind of into now, and it just hit really home to me yesterday. Like I really got the message like just like loud and clear that I was like, this is what like I need to do with my life, kind of. I think it's interesting for a lot of us college YouTubers, like people who vlog in college, because we're building up this platform for ourselves, and it's like ultimately, I mean, where I'm at right now, I've kind of discussed financials with you guys before, which I would never say actual dollar amounts, but financially I probably could make a living off of YouTube right now. It just wouldn't be a very great living. It would be like very bare minimum. And also just the more and more I think about it, like I really do want to work a traditional job after graduation. I've spoken to a lot of people who are YouTubers that have like done YouTube, and then I've spoken to YouTubers who have gone and done the career thing. Some of them now freelance instead, like just kind of like a mix of perspectives, just kind of trying to gain all of this information. And then all of a sudden, like it literally hit me yesterday. I was like, no, like I need to get a real job for these reasons. I don't want to like sit here and like crap on YouTubers at all, but for me at least, I find a lot of issues in terms of like toxicity with the YouTube culture. Like I love YouTube, I love my friends from YouTube, so I'm not talking about anyone like in particular. I don't want this to be directed towards anyone or people trying to make assumptions like, oh, it's about like this friend or whatever, because it's probably not. I just noticed like a big toxicity issue with YouTube, especially in the way, this is also my personality. I get very obsessed with things. So I'm like obsessive over the numbers, obsessive over the comments, whether they be negative or positive, especially the negative ones, like not good. For me personally, like I just can't imagine making this living. Like it would just be such a terribly unhealthy living for me because of the fact that I would just become so consumed by it. I'm also like so interested in being part of an organization that is like larger than myself. I think I might actually go insane working for myself. Like I'm a pretty self-motivated person, but I definitely want like some sort of like bureaucracy or something that will be able to like keep me in line and be like, here's your responsibilities for the day. Like I could never just, I don't know, I cannot even believe I came to this realization. A lot of people are just asking me for updates on my job search and stuff. It's going really well, starting to do interviews and all that stuff. I am using LinkedIn as a really big tool for my job search, as well as utilizing my school's job board and things like that. I think it's important to use all of your resources. I'm starting to actually get excited about post-grad life, which I never thought would happen, but I think it's like when you start getting like excited about like, I don't have any job offers or anything yet, but when you start getting excited about interviews, you're like, wow, this could be my life and I could be living this super cool life, and like the people who work there now love it, etc. So starting to get like that enthusiasm about post-grad life, because for a while I was like dreading it, like I don't want to graduate, but now I'm kind of like more open to the idea. I know that in roles that I'm kind of looking at, if I'm looking at a sales role or whatever, it is definitely like competition based, but also I find that with YouTube a lot, like it is really based on competition, especially with the numbers, with everything being so public. It's like, oh, this girl's doing better than me because she gets more views or more subscribers. And honestly, it's driving me nuts at this point with the competition, not even like with myself, because I really have kind of stopped applying that pressure on myself because it makes me so sad and I get really consumed by it. Like I said, it's just not healthy for someone to focus on that. Like you know what I mean? I mean, technology and everything is developing so quickly that humans are not used to reading bad things about themselves online or like comparing themselves numerically to other people. Like it's so insane that this is our world, and I put myself out there, like I know what I'm doing, but like I just don't think I can make it my full-time everyday thing, because I think I would just go insane. Another thing is that like I love sharing my life. I think it's really cool to show you guys like my friends, my family and stuff like that, but there's just so much like that I can't share, or that I want to draw a line, because I do want to have some element of privacy in my life, and I need to draw the line somewhere. So that's kind of why, in my mind at least, YouTube can never be my real job. I'm getting really excited. I'm applying for a bunch of positions. I'm looking into more sales roles, because I feel like that will be something that will challenge me and keep me like on my feet. And I will also be able to like get to talk to people a lot and do a lot of like meetings and stuff like that, which I never thought a few months ago that I'd be interested in sales roles, because I just was like, that's just not for me. Like I would prefer to, you know, do something more digitally. But the more and more I think about it, like I do want to be, you know, meeting clients and like establishing relationships and stuff like that. I think about it, like if I quite literally had nothing else to do but besides YouTube, I think I would just go stir crazy, because it would entirely consume me. There's already, I've made like plenty of videos about this when I do like other chatty videos and whatnot, but I've already had, you know, bad days where I let things consume me from the internet, or an overwhelming amount of negativity or whatever, and I can't do it in my real life. Like, I mean, this is my real life, obviously I'm showing you my real life now, but I post-grad, that can't be my life. There has to be a point where like I grow up to some extent, and I'm not saying that YouTubers aren't grown up right now, it's just like the way that I see it versus the way they see it, I think, and maybe that's a maturity thing that I'm lacking. People online and offline ask me if I want to do YouTube as my full-time job, so I guess this is just kind of me clarifying. No, like I don't want it to be my full-time job. I can't even believe that I like just now came to this conclusion, because if you would have asked me in the beginning of this year, I would have been like, oh, I could totally do it. Like, I love YouTube so much. But then I've just had so many signs pointing at me recently that are like, no, sis, like you need to get on. I do see myself working a 9 to 5, and as long as I love the company that I'm working for and I love the work that I'm doing, I'm going to be fine. I also want to be in a company that's very young and surrounded by a lot of like young energy and stuff like that too, because I think that that will be really beneficial towards like supporting me like in the long term of like staying at the company, because then you get to kind of like grow up with everyone. I want a role that I can be challenged in. That's really, really important to me, because I feel like if it's super stagnant and every day is the same, that would also drive me crazy too. I've complained about jobs I've had in the past. I know we don't have to talk about it, but I think I'm also just getting more mature now to the fact that your first job out of college isn't going to be your dream job, and everything in these next like 10 years, like your 20s, are for building. I'm honestly at that point right now where I just like want to get my foot in the door of a company and like work and like just like get after it and like grind and like grow myself as an individual. I have so much work to do in terms of like growing as an individual. It's actually mind-boggling. I have so many things, like terrible at receiving criticism. That's number one, which is probably my problem with YouTube, but it's fine. I need to teach myself more discipline. That really needs to happen. And I feel like working a real job that is challenging to me will do that for me. A lot of my friends, like I said, do YouTube as a full-time job, freaking love it, and like live their dream life and their best life. And I think that is so awesome. I think like it's just to each their own. And if you would, like I said, if you would have asked me a few months ago, that would have been totally my goal. I would have been like, I'm just gonna work on growing my YouTube channel. Like that's all that I want to do post-grad. But I'm like hitting this hard realization where I'm like, it's too toxic. Like it's just too much for me. Yeah, this video is pretty much just to share like what I want to do at this point. I'm diligently applying to jobs. Yeah, a lot of the more digital jobs hire for immediate hire, so I can't really apply to those yet because they want the roles filled immediately. But I actually do not use LinkedIn. It's amazing. So I'm applying for jobs that I can do over the summer and into the fall and stuff. It took me a while to get to this point, I think, of like, I don't even know if it was like maturity or realization or something, but yeah. I'm sure a lot of you guys who are also seniors in college are like having your own realizations to this point. I don't know in what regard per se. Maybe you're figuring out what field you want to work in. I think it's just like senior year is like a big, like for me, like I've never had so many realizations almost of life. Like I just feel like I'm truly maturing in a way that even the past like 3 years of college haven't taught me. So yeah, senior year is a big time of realizing things, and if you guys are seniors in college too, I'm sure you get it, and I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say. I don't really know what the point of this video was. I think I already said that. I think it's just kind of to clarify and to update you guys on like what's going on and stuff. Because it's February, I don't have a job yet. I think that's pretty normal for what I want to do and stuff, but I have a lot of friends that do have jobs, so I'm not really too stressed about it yet, but I am working on it. And that's basically why YouTube can never be my real job and where I'm at with applying to jobs and stuff. So yeah, if you guys are seniors or applying to jobs and stuff, good luck to you guys too. Please keep me updated on all of your stuff. I love hearing where everybody's working and stuff. It's super cool to me that we're like this big community. I will definitely be continuing YouTube once I get a real job though, because I think that'll be really cool to do it from the whole like 9-to-5 perspective of like, hey, I have a real job, but like I can show you guys like more of what it's like and stuff, because I kind of brought you guys through like me being a student in high school and in college, and then like doing the whole real job thing. I know you guys really liked my internship videos this summer, so I think that it would just be really beneficial to see it from another YouTuber's perspective who works a 9-to-5. I follow Natalie Barbu, I don't even know how the heck to say her last name, but she works a 9-to-5, and I've been watching a lot of her videos and been really motivated to do the 9-to-5 life. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm about to drive away. I've been sitting in front of my house for like 20 minutes filming this. I hope I made some sort of sense. And more updates to come. I want to keep doing like progressive updates with you guys and like where I'm at, and like hopefully like when I figure something out, I'll like be able to share it, and that'll be really cool. But all is good. Just an update and realizations I'm having. I thought it would be cool to share this with you guys. Okay, that's all. Bye guys.